Hello, YouTube fam. How y'all doing? This is Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, the channel where I rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. Now, fam, a lot of people done got on me about talking about Ross done raised their prices. Damn, fam, are you that cheap? $5.99 or $7.99? Man, if you can't afford that, you need to stop collecting. And I'm gonna be honest with you, fam. The reason why you left Walmart and Target because of those prices were steep from $19.99 to basically $40. $40 if you're looking around at prices like NECA, Super 7. McFarlane was like 19 along with Marvel Legends. So you sitting there thinking, okay, that's one of the reasons why I left. So I'm going to what? Ross. So you start going to Ross and you start finding stuff for reasonable prices and you start dealing with it. And you start saying, hey, I could deal with these prices for that price. $5.99, $7.99, $9.99, $14.99, and you may find some figures at $16.99. Shit, even found some for damn near 30. So you're looking at it. What am I getting here? You're getting a lot of bang for your buck. Now that they start raising the prices, it's just like Dollar Tree up. A lot of people didn't understand Dollar Tree was affordable. But when you add that 25 cents, that changes the story, man. At one point, you was able to get items for $5 plus tax. Now, you're able to get 4 items for $5. Yeah, that changes the dynamic, don't it? That quarter really makes a difference. Yeah, a lot of people just said it's a quarter, but when you talk to everybody who's working with a budget, that quarter really did something. Now, if you start raising figures $2, see, people don't understand. It ain't about being broke. It's not about being cheap. You're being realistic. When your money hasn't went up any, the average person haven't got a raise. Inflation has went up. Your pocket's still the same. There's no extra money in there nowhere. So you're looking at the situation like, hey, look, self, what's going on? So self is telling you like, hey, look, this is what we're doing here. This is what's happening. And I want you to understand, this is what we need to do to rectify the situation. Now, when you're rectifying the situation, you need to cut out all the waste that you can. The $24.99, the $19.99, the $22.99, then you got the $29.99s, then you got the $34.99s, then you got the $37.99, which is almost $40 for the NECA gargoyles and the NECA horror figures, and then you got the Thundercats at like 34. So my point is, once you went to Ross, you felt you was in better hands. Even though it went up, it's still relatively cheaper than everywhere else. But it still makes you wonder. See, when stuff happens, you need to pay attention. Now, I understand two things that happen here in this situation. Most likely, they're not able to get the stuff for the same prices that they were able to get them for years, a year ago. The stores realize that these people made a lot of money off of that, and they're like, hey, we want to capitalize on that too. So guess what? This is what they do here. They start raising them prices. You start noticing that simple things like I said before, Star Wars Black Series was like $4 to $6.99. Now you see some of the figures; they're $12.99. Dude, I'm not even a big fan of Star Wars Black Series, especially the scopes, the colors, the scale variations, because they're all over the place. And I'm like, no, I'm not spending no $12.99. Then you got the Transformers, which some of the prices of the Transformers used to be $7.99. But $9.99 is about right because you like them, the Transformers, you're gonna pay that. And I'm like, yeah, that ain't bad for Transformers. But when you start talking about stuff that's going for like the advent calendar, I think that's $39.99. It's basically 40, it's like between 30 and 40 bucks. It's Star Wars, dude. I'm like, that shit gonna stay where it's at. They got the spider web on it with the security scan thing. I'm like, y'all doing way too damn much. And I'm looking at, man, yeah, I do want to grab some things, but man, I'm not trying to break the bank. You remember I told you I had stopped collecting Funko Pops at one point in time. Then I went to Ross and I told you, I was paying what, $14.99 at Target and Walmart. Then all of a sudden go to Ross, and all of a sudden they $4.99. Dude, I'm buying three for the price of one. I noticed the prices of the Funko Pop stayed the same. That's really good because right now they're having a hard time getting rid of Funko Pops everywhere, even GameStop. So you having issues because GameStop is basically damn near partially Funko Pops because during the pandemic, that helped carry their business over because there was a lot of people collecting them. Now all of a sudden we're looking at this and looking at it from the other side. Dude, you got to call it for what it is. When you look at places like Ross, man, you got to look at it for what it is. You're not going to go in there and find, X-Men 97. You're not going to go in there and find the new Star Wars figures from, the ones that just dropped or the new DC Multiverse figures that just dropped yesterday. You're not going to find that stuff in there. I don't understand why people get mad like, oh man, that junk, that old stuff. Nobody want that. I want the new stuff. Then won't you go buy it? You ain't gonna get the new stuff for $5 damn. See, this is the price. This is the price that we're dealing with. If you don't want to deal with them prices, be quiet. Now, see, my thing is, I know what Ross sells. I know it ain't up to date stuff. Sometimes you may find stuff that's like 2 or 3 months old at Ross. Still, that's a deal. But so many people out here so mad and so angry that they forget that this is a hobby where you're supposed to enjoy it. People call me an angry collector sometimes, and they say I do a lot of shit that I shouldn't do. Dude, man, for the worst part, dude, I'm not an angry collector. I'm just somebody that likes to collect. I'm somebody who calls out bullshit. Man, but till later, peace out, fam, and thank you for watching.